Hi everyone, this is a pick a card reading for October 2021. We're going to have a look, see what's coming through. So we have these four beautiful groups for you with these different pumpkins as well. So whichever group you're most drawn to for October 2021 to see what's coming for this month, definitely, have a pick. We have group 1, 2, 3 and 4. Slightly Halloween themed, but I just loved the color combination. For some reason, I'm like really drawn to black right now, and then of course like really bright like neon colors. So I was just like really into this. Also, I was doing this and I started filming just the introduction of the video, and there was a spider on my table. So I feel like the energies of the Halloween kind of vibe, they're coming through. I don't really like spiders, so that's the vibe. But they're known to be quite lucky, so something I also wanted to mention as well. Lucky for money, apparently. Anywho, so whichever group you are most drawn to, whether it's 1, 2, 3, or 4, the timestamps are in the description box below. Feel free to check those out and then to, click on it so you can view your reading. If you're drawn to more than one, of course, you can view more than one, not a problem whatsoever. And then, of course, I just wanted to mention as well that if you would like to win a free reading with me, check out the description box below since I do a giveaway every single month. If you would like to purchase a private paid reading, information is also down below as well. They're done within 12 to 24 hours. So yeah, there's a free reading giveaway, private paid readings. The private paid readings are done with me on the same day. So yeah, I thought I'd mention that. Everything is linked down below on how you can purchase. And of course, there's also my website, which is where the readings are. But there's also intention manifesting items on there, which thousands of people have seen results with. So, definitely do check that out. All the items are meditated with in sage. Thousands of people have seen results with them, so the whole review section is at the bottom of the website as well. And there's items such as bracelets, necklaces, anklets, pom-poms, tassels, embroidered cards, which you can put under your pillow, your wallet, or your purse. There's also intention pouches with different spices and herbs, sage, crystals, pendulums, etc. So check it out if you're interested. Okay, so first we're going to start with group number 1, and then we'll flow to the rest of them. So let me just move these to the side. Kitty cat. Alright, group number 1. Let's have a look and see what October is bringing your way. So you have chosen this beautiful pumpkin. They're all beautiful, but beautiful in their own ways. And then your main card here is, let's have a look, the Page of Cups. Okay, so the Page of Cups is showcasing like a new dawn, new opportunity, new chapter, turning of the page. I feel like that's what October really does represent for many of you, is that you're turning the page. Some of you may have been rereading the same thing or overthinking the same thing, for a long time and just been thinking like, oh, this is this, this is this, this is that. Now you're actually starting something fresh and starting something new. And this is going to resonate with you all in very different ways, because remember, I am reading for a lot of people. This is not a private reading. This is more so a general reading, which still can resonate with you, but just in different ways, right? For some of you, this may be starting a new course. Some of you, this could be starting a new business, a new job, or starting to apply for something new. This can also be as well that some of you may have had it so ingrained in your routine that you're like watching the same TV show, but now you're starting to come to an end with it. So now there's like something new to discover. I think it's really interesting. Like some of you may have had like an obsession or a craze with something, or even someone, and you're like, you know what? I want to do me. I want to do something different, So the Page of Cups is a fresh opportunity. It's a fresh new day, basically, and it shows change and transformation, which is also what the number 10 represents as well, because October is the 10th month, and October really does represent quite a strong energy here of like once you get to the peak, you start fresh, so that's something to keep in mind, and 10 is the pinnacle. So that's what we have there. We'll just keep the pumpkin and the card to the side. Let's have a look what tarot is also showcasing as well. I think astrologically there's going to be a lot that comes out as well for your reading, group number 1. Okay, King of Cups. Let's put the other king next to it as well. Oh my gosh, these cards, they look so skinny and tiny when they're like far away, but I assure you, like the entire deck is there. It just looks bizarre like when it's further away. The cards actually look smaller as they, of course, go because of the way the camera is angled. I thought I'd just mention that because some of you might be like, Moonlight, the deck looks so tiny. Are you sure they're all in there? There, I 100% are sure they're all in there. Okay, so Temperance, Six of Cups. Okay, October is bringing you power and victory, celebration and success. What this means is that you will be celebrating your moments. You know, you may have felt like, oh my gosh, you know, Moonlight, I really did so well and I've been doing really well, but no one seems to acknowledge it. Well, I'm here to tell you that maybe it's time for you to acknowledge what you're doing. And that's the thing here as well. Many of you are letting go of codependency. Temperance here shows healing. You're looking after yourself. You are, you know, trying to do as much as you can for you to ensure that you feel better, you feel happier, you feel stronger. You're doing as much as you can for yourself. And I think that's actually really important, very vital here. King of Wands, you're taking, you know, action towards yourself. You're putting yourself first. Six of Cups shows, again, a fresh new opportunity. For many of you, this could be love, you know, where you're finally starting to realize that, you know what, I want to progress things further here. I want to move things along. I would like an opportunity here with this person. And so, you know, you recognize what you want as well, and you're working towards sort of mimicking that towards yourself. So if you want love, it's more so about also recognizing that, wait a second, you know, I need to strengthen love towards myself so that a strong love can come towards me. It's very true sometimes that what you give yourself is what you actually attract. A lot of people don't recognize this, but when they're so desperate for love, the key is that they're desperate. They gotta let go of the desperation, right? If you want like an easy flowing, simple love to come to you, where you're not the one doing everything, well then you need to stop doing everything. That's very important as well. So the Page of Cups is about going with the flow. It's about letting the opportunities come to you. It's also about, yes, seeking out those opportunities, but to a degree where you're not losing all your power whilst doing so, right? So if you've been chasing, this is you thinking like, okay, I've got to take a step back. And again, in regards to career, in regards to love, in regards to relationships, really taking a step back to take care of yourself and put yourself first. That's important. I'd say very, very vital and very crucial. All right, so let's have a look also at some of these other cards as well, and of course see what is coming through, because obviously it's very important for us to sort of check that up as well. Okay, so there are opportunities that I see. Let's go with this happiness mantra as well. Okay. I choose to live my life surrounded by joy and abundance, whatever that looks like for me. Yeah, see? King of Wands, King of Cups, emotionally, mentally, physically doing what's best for you. These two kings are really powerful together because water and fire equalize one another. They sort of cancel one another out. So that's really, really strong, especially for your sort of mental peace of mind. And I think that that is quite significant. So instead of, you know, if you're chasing a situation here and you feel kind of disempowered, it's about going with the flow. That's literally what temperance is about. You know, patience is a virtue, but it's not about waiting and making things always happen. It's also about just letting things be and acknowledging that, you know what, it's okay. Like, it can be this way, but I need to take care of me and do what's best for me. So we have here, I choose to embrace the beauty around me and be content with the here and the now. And that's such a similar message to what we saw here as well. You know, and I think that's really important. I think this is about sort of embracing the today and the present, because the present is a present, rather than always focusing on tomorrow, because many of you might be so focused on tomorrow that you miss out on the present moments. October is saying, look, you're here right now, appreciate this moment, because in the future you might look back and think to yourself, I wish I enjoyed that moment a bit more for myself, even though it may not have been the most exciting, most progressive, most simple thing in the entire world. I wish I enjoyed that entire moment instead of just wishing it to be something else. So this is also about gratitude. I feel very, very much so as well. Not to say that you haven't got gratitude, but you know, sometimes we can do a little bit more for ourselves. You can't make this up. I didn't even read this card because I was so busy trying to connect both of these together, even though they're like the same-ish, you know. Look at that. I choose to practice gratitude daily and celebrate all of the positives in my life. I'm not even going to explain that because it just is significant, right? This group number one, what's coming in October is you feeling grateful for the things that you have. It's you embracing what you have rather than focusing on the things you haven't got. And in turn, you will get so much more. You're gaining opportunities mentally, emotionally. You're going to feel better. You're going to feel stronger. You are going to feel happier. Mark my words, okay? This is a beautiful month, of feeling good from within yourself, feeling happy, feeling content, but only if you allow yourself to do so, right? We have so much more power than we realize, and you have got so much more power to realize that, things can be okay. That's another thing we see. This one here says, I choose to support my loved ones in their times of need as I know they would for me. So this is about really being there for those that have been there for you. Some of you might be sort of thinking about, other situations, other people, perhaps people that are not really there for you, and you might be neglecting sort of those people that are literally always there for you and not perhaps giving them as much energy as maybe what they deserve. So I think that's important here as well. Like, give your time and energy to those that give time and energy to you. They would genuinely appreciate it, they would love it. And I think that, again, in the future, you'd kind of look back and you'd be like, oh, if only I had spent a bit more time doing this and that. Although, that's not me trying to emotionally invalidate what you're doing right now, but definitely, your future self, you may regret things in that sense. But that's what we have there. Okay, so October really is about, change. It's about progression, gratitude, fulfillment, enjoying the present, and going with the flow. We have here, listen to feedback. So it says, nothing can make you feel small unless you allow it. See, this is what I was saying, that you have the power in your hands to feel what you want to feel. They always say as well, don't they, that happiness is also a choice. But I know that it's difficult. It's a touchy subject, that, because sometimes, circumstances, how can you be happy with certain circumstances that happen? You know what I mean? Like, that can feel so invalidating. But this is true. Like, nothing can make you feel small unless you allow it. What you take from feedback and how you respond is entirely within your control. Here we go. Okay, so if someone has something constructive to say but you don't like it, or let's say they say something really rude, right, which is not constructive on that sense, how you respond to it, how you are towards it is actually your choice as to what you choose to do. And I think that's really important here and very vital, just really, really significant, and super, super strong. Like, you have to truly do what is best for you in so many ways. But it's your choice as to how you do that. And it's important here to also, not blame yourself, but also put yourself in a place of power. This one says, practice patience. So conditions outside us sometimes determine the best time to move forward. Isn't that like literally what we were just talking about? Wait and work on something else until these conditions change. Absolutely, right? Didn't I just say, focus on other things, do you, patience is a virtue, but, let the situation unfold, especially if you've been dealing with a situation that is just never ending, or it just feels like it just keeps going, and focus on other things, focus on work, focus on what you've currently got rather than just focusing on that. Give time to people that genuinely do care about you. And if you don't have so many people around you, your angels, your guides, your ancestors, they are always there. Trust me, they are always there to help you and to make you basically feel better. So that's, one thing that I will say as well, which I think is actually very, very important. So this is really about sort of practicing patience, but not necessarily waiting for things, right? But it's more so being patient that your abundance will come to you. October is very special in the sense that you've got a lot of retrogrades going direct, okay? So planets that have been retrograding will no longer then be in retrograde as October progresses. And what that goes to show is that you'll find a lot more balance, a lot more stability, and a lot more happiness as well in this month, where if you have felt like you just couldn't move forward, or if you felt like, oh my God, Moonlight, I'm really stuck, October is your month to get unstuck. That's really the key word, is that October will unstuck you and make you unsticky. Do you get what I mean? It's the soap to the stickiness. We like that, unless you're allergic to soap, in which case, yeah. Anyways, this is just more so it's more so like a analogy, but it unsticks you. It's like WD-40 if something is squeaking a lot. I don't know if WD-40 exists everywhere in the world, but it may not be the greatest explanation. It's basically like a lubricant, so yeah, that's great. October brings you this energy, brings you this fulfillment, brings you this joy, brings you this progression. We like it. We love to see it. And yes, don't forget to take care of yourself during this time, because you will find, you will really find your way through this month feeling stronger, happier, and really finding your power. And there's nothing more special than that, in my opinion, because, when you're always focusing on other things and other people, it can sometimes also feel very disempowering. But when it comes to yourself, like, it can feel really good, especially when you really find yourself through difficult situations. So that's your reading, Group 1. If this resonates with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course intention items, which are on my website as well. And definitely do take care. All right. The funny thing here, maybe it's not so funny, is that I think my neighbour is mowing the lawn, but it's also raining at the same time, which is interesting. I mean, I don't think I'd be mowing the lawn if it was raining, but maybe there's an art to it. If it gets too noisy, I'll shut the window, but it's just an interesting thing. I mean, it rains a lot in the UK, it's like it's the country of rain, I guess. Okay, so let's have a look. All right, group number 2. Let's have a look and see October. What is coming in October? What is happening in October? All right, so you have chosen the pumpkin with the zigzags. Really beautiful. Okay, let's put that there. And then your card here to see what's coming in October is the Sun. Wow. All right, so this is bloom, this is growth, this is happiness, this is celebration, this is fun, this is nice, really nice. I'm looking forward to seeing what other cards do come out in relation to this reading. I am excited, very excited. Okay, so let's have a look with tarot. I'm going to use a different tarot deck for this group. Okay, let's see. Whoa. Okay. Right, so we've got here 8 of Pentacles. Hard work is paying off in October. I like seeing that. 4 of Swords. You feel a lot more, what's the word? When you have more peace of mind because you just feel like, okay, this is being done, this is set. And in that sense of, when things are like undone or they're pending, and it just is stressful sometimes because you're like, oh my gosh, I just wish that thing would be done so I could just rest and relax and not have to worry about it. That's what I see in October, is that there will be things that come to a close and a completion that just gives you less stress, less worry, and less like, oh my gosh, kind of a vibe. So that's really one of the biggest things that I do see here for so many of you, is that you will find that things will come together, and you also find that it just gives you so much more peace. So much more peace. I like seeing that. Honestly, it's a really nice thing. Then we've also got the Knight of Cups as this beautiful opportunity here that progresses towards you, which we like seeing. And then you've got the Queen of Pentacles, and you've got the 3 of Wands. Okay, so the thing that I see with the Knight of Cups, with the Queen of Cups, is there can be someone here in October that's pursuing you romantically, all right? And they're coming towards you, so it doesn't seem to me like you need to do so much towards them. I don't think that you need to, chase after them. I don't think you need to do that at all, because what I see here is that your main focus is towards other aspects of your life that you're trying to resolve, get together, and work very, very hard towards. That seems to be, to me at least, your priority and what you're working really hard to maintain and get together, which is actually very, very important and also extremely significant. So that's actually a very good thing, I would say, very progressive thing as well. I'd say definitely, do take care of yourself and put yourself first, because here I see opportunities as well, especially with the sun. It's just smiling. I feel like many of you may also really just embrace some sunshine and feel really, really good. The 3 of Wands is also about patience. I feel like many of you will have a lot more patience. Maybe in the past your patience may have been running out and you've been thinking like, Moonlight, this is not working out for me. Not working out for me. In October you'll be like, Moonlight, I'm good, thanks. I'm all right. That's good. I like that. There's more calm. There's more calm. I know that people say, oh, it's the calm before the storm, but I just feel like it's calm. I do. I feel like it's calm because it's calm. Not calm because there's a storm coming. It's calm because it's calm. Okay, anyway, so I'm going to stop talking about calm and let's just have a look at some of these oracle cards. Yeah, someone's really interested in you. I have a strong feeling that romantically someone wants to come towards you and progress towards you and may even maybe express their feelings towards you, but they're definitely thinking about you a lot. So I think that will also give you peace of mind, like, oh, okay, turns to love. I don't have to do everything. You know, I can just mind my own business, mind my own work, focus on the things I need to, and it will be okay. Peace of mind, honestly. I know this might sound like a really boring reading, but do you know what? Sometimes no news is good news. I believe in that, you know? Sometimes it's okay. If things are dull and if things are boring, you know what? Maybe that's a good thing, because there are so many people, my gosh, you know, like it's like one thing after the other, after the other, after the other, and it's just like, whoa, you know? So actually, it being dull and boring, rather have that than, oh my God, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, oh my God, this is going to take away your energy. This is better. We like a dull, boring reading. And it's not boring, you know. I wouldn't suggest that your October is boring to that extent, but there's not this sense of like, oh my God, crashing, burning, tower falling kind of vibe. I don't see that. So I think that this is so much better. You're right? I mean, and even if, you know, you go through moments like that in life where the tower comes crumbling down, there's always something to be learned, and it happens for a purpose. It's just that I'm glad that we haven't got that in October. There's a good month here for you, a solid month for you to just kind of rest and enjoy. And I see many of you, you know, sleeping well. I see many of you, well, at least trying to sleep well, and I see many of you feeling rested, you know, rested to take on the day, to do other tasks and other duties, and genuinely feeling happy. That to me is priceless, you know, because that's what I would want for you too. Like, I want you to have peace of mind. I want you to have happiness. I want your hard work to be seen, and for you to feel stable. You know, I see many of you feeling stable financially as well, and I want you to be, you know, pursued romantically. Like, you know, these are good things. Anyways. Okay, so we've got set boundaries, honour and hold your own physical and emotional space. Only you can do this effectively, respect your feelings and allow others theirs. Yeah, so, you know, boundaries are quite significant and vital. This is important because, you know, if people have been messing you around, you just really want your own space and your own time. You're just sick and tired of people that just come in and out and are hot and cold towards you, or just so all over the place. Like, you don't want that, and it's really obvious to me that you absolutely do not want that. So I would say that setting boundaries is a very healthy thing. Sometimes you may find that, you know what, you lose people from your circle and you may feel that you're by yourself, but actually it's such a better situation to be in than it is to be around people that constantly take away from you in terms of energy, in terms of peace of mind, in terms of satisfaction. Like, you want to be around people who care about you, that respect you, that appreciate you, that love you, right? And so allow them to think whatever they want to think, but you think what you know you think. You know what I mean? Like, don't invalidate your emotions by constantly bending over backwards towards people that you know are always going to be committed to misunderstanding you, you know, because that's just going to invalidate you further. I think this is really about setting those boundaries so that, you know, they can't just keep coming in and doing whatever they want to do, so that you can protect your inner peace and therefore sleep better, focus better, work better, have more productivity, and allow true people to come into your life who care about you and are genuine in their thoughts, feelings, and intentions also. One second. I knew this was going to happen, to be honest. Do you know what? The first time I tried filming this whole reading, there was a spot. I'm not even going to talk. 1 second. Yeah, the first time I started filming this reading, there was a spider on my table, and it was just like hanging on my table, and it was not even a small one. It freaked me out, so I had to start again. And now I hope I can get through the rest of this entire reading, because Yeah, throat issues are not fun. Anyways, speaking of the throat, you know, some of you may have also had troubles with your throat chakra where you literally couldn't get out what you wanted to say to someone because you're scared of how you're going to be judged and what they're going to say to you. So then there's that. You know, it's not always a coincidence that things like this happen in a reading, because I know many of you have also said to me, like, oh my gosh, like that really does resonate with me. So maybe this resonates with you, you know, where you've just had this kind of epiphany where you finally just get out what you needed to say, or you've held it in quite a lot. But yeah, boundaries are really, really important for you to protect your peace. I was just going to get onto this card, and literally that's just when that happened. Okay, so we've got here the heart wants to give and do it all, but everyone has limitations. Accept help when needed. Not everything is being asked of you. Very important, you know, practice acceptance. If someone wants to be there for you, then it's okay to say yes, but also sometimes it's okay to say no. Like, I just want to mention that as well. Like, sometimes we don't want help from everyone, and that's okay. But definitely, you know, you don't always need to do things. I think very, very important to keep in mind. I choose to take part in new adventures and learn from new experiences. That's what I think you're open to here, you know, new opportunities. There can be a new person in regards to love that comes towards you in October. Sun showcases newness, right? Some of you may even be going on a trip here, or a little retreat, or taking some time off. Enjoy that time. And then we have here, I choose to look to the future rather than dwelling on the mistakes of the past. That's why boundaries are, I was going to say boundaries are, I don't know what I was going to say actually. That's why boundaries are important. There we go. So, yeah, that's pretty much what we have there as well. I think the moral of the story here is something very, very important, which is the fact that you want to make sure that you are taking care of yourself and putting yourself first, because that is going to allow you to recognize who is truly there for you and who isn't. I think that's a very, very important thing. So let's get some more cards out here. Moon. What's hidden will come to light. Okay, so I do see many of you will have a new person that will come your way. Also, if you look at the Sun card as well, you've got these two people, well, cats, two cats, very cute cats, holding hands with one another. You know, I just feel here that some of you might be holding on to situations that are actually really painful, but actually, you know, if you were able to let go, you'd be really surprised what could come towards you. Now, the thing is, though, it's different for everyone. So don't expect that, okay, if I just like let go of this person, then okay, Moonlight said in October something's going to happen. It's really different for everyone. I definitely wouldn't recommend doing that, because the thing is, that's something that's much better looked into private readings, because everyone's situation is very different. But, you know, especially if you've had, or if you're in a situation where something's so hot and cold, or you're being completely disrespected, you know, sometimes having this sort of new energy come towards you, it's okay to maybe even explore that. So, you know, that's something that I do see, especially if you're not even like in a relationship with this person, or, you know, you don't have any kind of commitment with them. It's okay to keep your options open. It's very different if you're like in a relationship or a marriage. Like, karmically, things get very complicated in those kinds of situations. So, you know, that's another whole scenario. But, you know, stay open to opportunities. I'm also talking about opportunities in regards to work, as the phone is literally ringing in the background. Can you guys hear that? See? There's an opportunity that is ringing, coming towards you. I'm telling you. So these synchronicities are they're not a joke, you know. So Strength card here also shows that, look, things are getting much, much stronger for you. You've got the King of Wands, which is about leadership. So some of you might also be considering sort of building your own business, your own ideas. I think that many of you are also going to dabble into spirituality as well, because the Moon with the Four of Swords is meditation energy, which, by the way, 10 out of 10 recommend. As someone who does spiritual practice every single day for at least 1.5 hours every single morning, I really do recommend it. If there's something I recommend, it's that. It really is. Apart from that and subscribing to my channel, but that's like a different story. The reason why meditation is really powerful is that it will help you in terms of improved focus, better sleep, and not straight away. So if you like meditate once and then you're like looking for a result, it's probably best to like consistently keep it up to see a result. But you'll also find as well that you have less stress, less anxiety. You'll feel just more in sort of control of things, but also like not in a like really controlling way, but in a more like balanced, peaceful way. You can also start to feel that your energy is rising, that you feel more calm in perhaps even tense situations. You can also start to feel like you're getting new ideas because, you know, your third eye will activate. You'll start to come up with ideas that you want to do things in, and also your gut will become so much stronger. So that, of course, is a really, really big thing. Your gut and your instinct is so powerful. You'll start to repel away things that are bad for you and attract things that are good for you, right? So that's the thing. That's the thing. Yeah, really good. Really, really good. And you can start to attract new opportunities that are even better than the things that had been before, right? Rather than looking into the past of things, this is about looking forward. When you move forward, everything moves forward with you. There's more personal growth, more personal development. And that's another thing that I see as well. And also this can connect you much more strongly to your spirit guides, your ancestors, angels, right? So, and your divine self will be more high vibrational too. Anywho, group number 2, that is October. You are becoming closer to yourself. You are gaining opportunities. You are moving forward in life, not backwards. You are setting boundaries. You are enjoying life. You are working hard. And you are, I would say you're working hard and resting hard and playing hard. Yeah, that's a good vibe. So some of you have been through like really highs and lows. Actually, that zigzag really reminds me of the highs and lows, right? Actually, you can't even see what I'm pointing to. I'm like, here. You can't even see it. Okay. Yeah, the highs and lows, right? The truth of the matter is that when things are really high and low, it can actually feel really overwhelming. But now things are becoming like so much more mutual, like balanced, basically. Like there's a lot of personal growth I see here. So yeah, group number 2, this is your reading. If this resonates with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, reading giveaway, and of course intention items which are on my website. So really do hope that helped you, and do take care. Alright, so let's go to group 3. Group 3, you know, when I used to do pick a cards ages ago, group 3 always used to be the last group because I always used to do 3 groups, right? And so I'd always be like last but not least, but now it's not last but, you know, it's not that because group 3 is actually now the second to last reading. So it's technically group 4 that is last but not least. So anyways, that's a story that like didn't need to be told, but hey, there it is. Okay, so group 3. Hi group 3, this is your reading with me for October 2021. We're going to have a look, see what's coming through. So you have chosen this pumpkin right here. And we're going to look at your card, October. What is it bringing you? We have the 6 of Pentacles. Okay, look at this. This is really a very nice card. The 6 of Pentacles is like a progression card. It's like a business card as well. It is about sharing, caring, you know, it's really balanced and it's really beautiful as well, where it's a sense of, okay, this person is going to give here, but is also going to give here. So for those of you that have been in work environment situations, or even in regards to love, where you're like, why is this person giving other people all the energy in the world, but not me? Like, what? Why not me, you know? Here they are. If you've had like a parent or a figure in your life who has always been giving energy to everyone else but you, despite you being so close to them, you're probably thinking in your mind, why not me? Why are they always giving to everyone else and not me? Well, guess what? In October, you're going to really be hit with mutual energies, okay? Where people that maybe were giving their energies to like everybody else are now starting to finally pay attention to you and put a little bit more abundance also onto your plate, or a bit more of a helping hand, or they might be just really nice and say, oh yeah, you know, good job on this, good job on that, and you'll be like, are you okay? Are you okay? Like, you weren't really ever interested in me before, you know, this could be again a family member. Then why, you know, you'll just be kind of confused. But actually, I think that many of you will appreciate it so much, because you'll think to yourself, like, okay, thank God for that. You know, that's really nice that they actually care about me now. So, Yeah, and especially in regards to love, you know, if you've been in a situation with someone who's just so hot and cold and very all over the place, and they're giving energy to like friends and other people, you know, but they just don't do so much towards you, and they're hot and cold. Well, October, they wanna do something here. The reason why October is quite powerful with this energy compared to other energies and other months is because a lot of retrogrades are ending in October, right? So that has big impact. So specifically, I'll show you. I'll tell you. So on the 6th, Pluto turns direct, which is actually very important because you know, it's really about embracing the current moment and the phoenix moment. Actually, it's about rising. Then you've got here Jupiter and Mercury going direct, so you know, this is really about why follow the pack, why not be original. You know, there's that kind of energy coming through. And then finally there is also, actually no, I think that's, oh yeah, Saturn is on the 11th, so that is really about the brakes are off. You know, this is not about sort of clinging to one thing. It's about actually exploring and branching out, which is why so many people could be coming towards you here, because they're not clinging to what they feel is so familiar. They're actually thinking like, oh, maybe I should go towards you now. You know, maybe I should be nice to you, progressive towards you. I don't just cling to what I want to. And again, remember I mentioned with the other retrograde as well, brakes are off. So that's why you're getting opportunities now, because those retrogrades were really like suffocating. It was putting the brakes on things that didn't need the brakes to be on. And also the phone is ringing. Can you hear the phone? I hope you can hear the phone. That means opportunities are coming your way. People want to ring you. People want to talk to you. What can I say, group number 3? Everyone may be after you. Okay. Also, the other reason as well is because of the scales energy. So the 6 of Pentacles is very well known to have, you know, scales in the card. So we have that right up here. You know what else has scales? Libra. Libra season in October. So synchronicities all the way around. World card. Yeah, maybe someone from a distance here is like, you know what, let me call you, let me tell you that I appreciate you. There you go, with the Queen of Cups as well. You know, some of you may have been craving this kind of affection, reception from someone, and you may have really wished for it and wanted it, and it's made you feel at times just sometimes even useless. But here it is, okay? What you have wished for in terms of some kind of affection or even validation emotionally, you know, emotional validation is now coming to you to make you feel complete. This is Saturn energy. So remember I talked about Saturn retrograde, how it goes direct on the 11th. The brakes are off now, okay? So things that have been stuck and jammed in your life are released. Ta-da! Good. Good. I like that. Okay, so I mean, to be honest, I just read the cards, but it's nice to see something like this, you know. I mean, I don't think I'm, you know, extremely judgmental to that point. Actually, speaking of judgment, we do. We just have that there, literally, as I just mentioned that. But it's nice to see that, you know, for you, because I feel like so many of you have struggled to get that sort of equal respect and equal energy. And even in regards to like your work environment, you know, you could have been like, wow, I've been working so much harder than my colleagues, and yet they're the ones getting all of the opportunities or the good praises, and I'm just not getting any of that. It can be so upsetting, overwhelming, and frustrating. But mark my words, it's gonna be okay. You know why? Because judgment here shows people will finally see the good in you if they were running away from you, okay? Mark my words, if people were running away from you, they finally see the good in you. This is very important because you have got Scorpio season also in October. This is about change. It is about rebirth. It is about healing. It is about progression. It is about people seeing you in a different light and actually starting to understand that maybe I should give to you. Maybe I should do something towards you. You're such a good person. They could have also had very difficult experiences with other people in their life, and now they're starting to see like just how good of a person you are. Or if this is like a workplace in, you know, environment or a school environment, they could be thinking like, oh my gosh, those are the students, you know, maybe they just haven't been doing the right thing, or you know, not, you know, perhaps they there's something that goes wrong there. So now they start to see the good in you. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Okay, 2 of Pentacles. Right. So we're gonna stop with the tarot cards there, but we have got loads of other oracle cards which I'm going to read into for you, but I just wanted to go through these. So we've covered judgment, but the sun here is about happiness, fulfillment, joy and flow. This is about you feeling really, really quite good in October. It's a process to feel good in October, right? So the beginning of October you might feel vulnerable, you may feel like, okay, wonder what's going to happen. Go with the flow is what I would say, especially with the Two of Pentacles. You know, just go with the here and the now. I think that's very important. And the Two of Pentacles is about that equal sort of balance. You don't want to feel like you're doing everything, but at the same time you want to let situations, you know, progress and flow towards you without you again having to do literally everything. And then of course the Hermit is very important, because this is just about kind of, I know this is going to sound a little bit strange, but it's about you minding your own business. I don't mean that in like a rude way, but a very good way. You know, when you kind of just do your own thing, you stay in your own lane, you're not causing problems to anyone else, you're not hurting anyone else. Karmically, that's a freaking great thing, right? So that's what I mean by that, is that you're not causing problems to anyone else, you're not causing anyone harm, right? People may have picked up, like, you know, have been very picky in the past, but that's okay. That's their version of judgment, not yours. So yeah, the Hermit here just goes to show that you're minding your own business, and then boom, people are like wanting to come to you. They're starting to recognize your worth and your value. And you're like, okay, hello, how are you? Well, that's if you want to talk to them. Judgment shows you have so much more power than you think, you know? Like, it's your choice whether you want to talk to them, it's your choice if you want to be around them, etc. That's really the biggest thing, I would say. Ooh. Dance, 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 dance. Break free. Okay, I'm going to go with these ones first because I can see them. So, dance. Change is not possible without movement, and movement is everywhere in the universe. You're invited to join the dance. See, there is change that's literally happening here. Like, this is quite significant change, right? Is that, like, literally the tables are turning. So situations where you once felt stuck are being unstuck in October. Also, I just looked at the number 5 here as well. Number 5s actually represent change and perspective, so that's quite significant. Again, dance is like sort of moving with the rhythm, right? The here and the now, going with the flow. So that's what I would definitely recommend as well with the World card as well, like doing your own thing. So you're invited to join in to the dance. Like this, you know, dance is also known as like, perhaps like a celebratory thing as well, although anyone can dance at any time, because I know I do, like just randomly, but yeah, that's a lovely energy there. Then we've got break free. It is time to break free from your guilt over past actions and your judgments of others, which is interesting actually, because I think, you know, other people have been judging you a lot, but like, you know, but then again, you know, you might have been thinking about and sort of judging as to why they have been judging you. It's a whole scenario, right? It's a whole cycle actually. But I can understand why you would be judging someone who's been judging you, because it would make you feel uncomfortable. But anyways, this is what it says, right? It is time for you to break free, okay? So that is sort of this energy, minding your own business, basically, which many of you are going to be doing anyways, and it's not a bad thing to do, okay? So break free from the guilt over past actions. Some of you might be overthinking things a lot into how you've been treated, right? Let me read this again. It is time to break free from your guilt over past actions and your judgments of others. Discard what no longer works for you. Let it go, basically. So healing is actually known as letting go and having acceptance. That's literally what healing is. But healing is such a process. So this is the energy here of, like, you know, breaking free from things that do not serve you, that are actually making you, that are trapping you, you know, that are just like consuming you, basically. So I think that's very important. This could also be to do with certain habits that some of you have. Could be emotional habits, could be holding on to things that are not serving you, people that are not serving you, or holding on to thoughts that just keep going round and round and round in your mind from the past, which can be so difficult. You know, sometimes there could be like a grudge or something like that, you know, but I'm not saying that all of you have that. I'm just saying that you're moving through that. This one here says, I choose to be strong, independent, and embrace my divine feminine. Okay, so whether you're male or female, I just want to say, you know, I read energies, not specifically genders, but it's interesting here. You've got the Queen of Cups. You know, the feminine energy is known to be a lot more vulnerable, although I would say that that doesn't always, you know, mean that, but because the masculine energy can also be vulnerable too, but the masculine energy is not always known to show it. That's the difference, basically, I think. So yeah, anyways, embrace yourself, whether you're male or female, right? Embrace that sort of more feminine, vulnerable energy. That's okay to do, absolutely. Okay, be independent, stay in your lane, do your own thing. I say stay in your lane because, you know, sometimes the more you try and force things to happen, the more you try and push things to happen, the more you try and get involved in certain things, the more it can just hurt you. So, you know, do you, take care of yourself, the universe will shape itself around you. Well, no, it's more so mind your own business kind of a vibe, you know. I choose to chase my dreams and to become my best self from this moment onwards. There you go. This is about you, okay? This is not about others. This whole reading is actually more about you and how they see you and how your energy is what really makes them want to come to you. Okay, so take care of you, do you, put yourself first. The power and the energy that you have is so potent enough for other people to be kicking themselves, to want to come to you, to want to contact you, to want to be like, hey, can we talk? Yeah, can we do something here? Can we can we progress? Do you know what I mean? Like it's triggering, to say the least, but it's something that we do see in so many ways where they will want to say something, do something, you know, things like that. So that is literally what we do have there. So this is your reading group 3. So yeah, if this resonated with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, reading giveaway, and of course intention items which are on my website. And definitely do take care as well, everyone. Alright, so now we go to group 4, last but not least, of course. Okay. Pumpkin. Alright, group number 4. Let's have a look and see. October. What is coming for you in October? What can I tell you? You've chosen here the dotted pumpkin. Very cute, actually, pattern. And then your card. And we have here Temperance. Okay, Temperance. Look at the cat with the wings. So adorable. Alright, so you will have wings, basically. I know it sounds a bit strange to say, but I really feel like many of you are starting to grow wings and you're starting to find yourself in a position where you can literally take flight and grow and soar and do the things that you've always wanted to do. I think some of you have felt really held back in life at times and you felt like, you know what, someone keeps chopping my freaking wings off. Could be your family, could be like someone in regards to love who, you know, has just kind of always been going at your strengths. Could be someone jealous around you, you know, and sometimes you may even feel like the universe is sometimes against you because you feel like certain circumstances are just so bizarre and so weird and so strange, which is interesting, very interesting. I mean, I don't think the universe is against you, but I feel like there can be people physically around you that have just not been the greatest for you. And that's the thing that I see, is that October is allowing things to grow, to flourish, to progress, to become stronger, for you to be happier. That's definitely something that we do pick up on, which I think is just really positive and beautiful and wonderful. Like, there's just such a good energy there. Okay, so I'm going to go in with tarot. I'm going to use this deck for your reading. Okay, so I've got tarot and also oracle cards as well that we're going to look into. Six of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, King of Cups, Knight of Wands, King of Swords, 7 of Wands, and we've got here the Page of Wands. Okay, yeah, see? 10 of Swords. So the thing in October, what I see happening here is that you want to move forward for yourself. You want to take care of yourself. You want to put yourself first and not be dragged into scenarios where people are super, super unhelpful towards you. The 10 of Swords shows that so many of you have been hurt so badly in the past that you don't want any of that to really carry forward. Now, obviously, naturally, you know, some parts of that insecurity and struggle can still show through in October, but for the most part, many of you here with this 10 and then the 10 of the October energies is that you won't feel that level of pain to such a high degree again going forward in October, which is a really great sign. Okay, the 10 here shows a completion that leads to a new beginning. And what I see also for many of you is that you've just been really backstabbed and you've been hurt, and some of you may not have realized just how much trauma this has caused you in the past, but here we are, you know. So I think that the thing here is that you're healing, you're getting stronger, you're becoming much more secure, and also you're learning to fly again, which is interesting because some of you may have gone through a situation where you were so happy and then you came across someone or an opportunity and it drained you to the point where your wings were cut off and you had to like regrow them, you know. So that's the kind of analogy that I really do see here, where you are in the process of like soaring and flying again. And that's really what I see. Like some of you have been through some really rough moments and you're moving past that. October here, it can be, you know, you can feel a little bit unstable, but you're moving forward through these difficulties and these challenges. Other thing as well is that we've got a lot of court cards, okay? So we've got Page, Knight, 2 Kings, court cards. The Queen also counts in the court cards as well. I thought I'd just mention that as well, except for you haven't got any Queens here. So this really does go to show with the Page of Wands that you are making things work for yourself. You are resolving certain issues and challenges that you've had in the past. The King of Swords shows that you are absolutely asserting boundaries. You are not letting anyone take you for a ride or take you round and round and round, merry-go-round. You are very direct with what you're thinking and feeling, especially with the King of Cups, and you are protecting your space and your energy because you don't want any part of what has happened in the past. Many of you are completely settled on moving forward from the past because you don't want to feel that level of pain again. And that's one thing I see here as well, is that some of you may be still holding on to some aspects of your past, but you're kind of getting to a stage where you're thinking, wow, it is really painful, Moonlight. Like, it actually is painful. So you're considering, you know, to move forward from that. The thing that I also see here with the Knight of Wands as well is that you do have like romantic people that can come towards you and show you interest. So for those of you that are wondering like, oh, you know, is anyone new ever going to come? I see that someone new can come in October, yes, but it also depends on your mindset, right? So if you haven't fully let go of the past, then, you know, this can kind of be a bit delayed in terms of a new person coming towards you. The key here is really to work on yourself, to assert those boundaries, to take care of yourself, and then everything else will kind of shape itself around you. So I think that's actually very important to like also keep in mind as well, is that the more you are always trying to do, the more you're always trying to, you know, get done and things like that, the more overwhelming it can feel, and it can feel upsetting, frustrating, challenging, you know, and not fun basically. But I think that the biggest thing that you really truly can do is take care of you, and I think that that is just one of the most vital and crucial things that I am picking up on. So yeah, that is basically what I am seeing here, you know, in so many ways. So I think that that's really the biggest thing that I will tell you, group number 4, is that you're becoming stronger. And October here, with all of those retrogrades coming to a close as well, I'll actually tell you which one. So there's Pluto going direct, there is Saturn going direct, and then Jupiter and Mercury going direct. Oh my goodness. You know, as you get past, I would probably say like the 18th of October, you're going to feel so much more balanced, and also people can come towards you because they realize their mistakes towards you, right? So the first 18 days of October, you want to focus on your self-growth. You want to focus on the things you can do for yourself. You want to focus on building your energy up, because you should also be your priority as well from time to time. Instead of always wondering or worrying about what other people are doing, it's really important you look after yourself, and in turn, those people will want to look after you. Trust me, it's like a very spiritual thing that happens here, where, you know, where that is the case. So I think that that is really quite significant and super strong. Otherwise, you can feel super overwhelmed from time to time and just really, yeah, not good, you know. So the thing here is that you really want to make sure that you take care of yourself, you put yourself first, and yeah, like really do you, because that is probably the most important thing that you truly can do. So I feel like that's just a really vital and very crucial thing that is just so important. So yeah, I definitely feel like that is a very good thing to do. So that's basically what I'm seeing here. And then let's go on to, my fan is overheating. Why does this always happen? such a bizarre thing. Anyways. So yeah, continue to do you, and the universe will shape itself around you, which I think is very, very important as well to sort of keep in mind. Okay. I choose to trust in the power and the flow of the universe. Okay, so trust that whatever's happening for you is happening for your highest good. You may even see a lot of birds as well. You may see feathers. You may see a lot of like wings, for example, as well. So that's another thing to keep in mind. You may even see a lot of airplanes. So, you know, things that take flight in terms of like bugs, insects, animals. You may see a lot of them, but also this is really about trusting the universe that you're on the right path in your life. So trusting the universe is a big, big sign in that sense. And then you said, and then I say to you, actually, do you know what? You can say this. Because it says here, I choose to celebrate the successes of my loved ones as if they were my own. So it can be, you know, that you said, you know, this. So as in, you know, something that you say like, oh, I really want to, you know, celebrate this with you. So, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's what we have here as well, is that you may really celebrate, you know, some events that maybe, you know, your friend is going through something, or somebody you know is going through something, or you see on social media that someone you know is going through something. You might be like, wow, like amazing, that's so amazing for you, and you choose to celebrate it like it's your, you know, like it's your own. And I think that that's so beautiful as well, because that shows to the universe that, you know what, you are appreciative of things that are happening, even if it's not necessarily for you, and then the universe will give you more of that as well for yourself. So I think that's a really beautiful thing. So this one here says use discernment, and then it says there is no need to believe something that does not resonate for you. Personal truths can change as perspectives shift and expand. So always keep in mind that even when you're reading, if you read for yourself, or if you're getting tarot readings done, you don't always need to feel like you need to hold on to something so tightly. The reason for that is, remember that, you know, once people heal and change, they may not want what they once thought they wanted, right? And I think that's really important to keep in mind, is that perspectives can change, situations can change, ideas and ideals can change. It is a process, and that is the most beautiful thing about situations and scenarios, is that there can be change in that aspect, and you don't have to always hold on to certain things, you know. So that's another thing to keep in mind, is that we have free will. This one says offer grace, make choices based on what your heart can live with. Even the wrong decisions, we receive grace as we've shown it to others. So that's a very important message as well. Okay, so that's very significant energy, as my, yeah, so typical, so typical that it just makes so much noise. Anyways, so yeah, that is definitely something that we are seeing here, which I think is just super significant, crucial, and of course vital. So October brings you this sense of acceptance towards your own personal truth. It shows that you're moving forward from being hurt, backstabbed, frustrated, upset, sad. You want to move towards more happiness, more joy, and satisfaction, and you just don't want to keep doing the things that have hurt you and made you feel overwhelmed and upset. You know, you want to move past that. I'm so sorry, guys, if you can hear the fan going off in the background. I really do apologize. It's one of those things. It's one of those things. I don't know what to do. Oh, it stopped. I do know what to do. There we go. All right, so yeah, that is basically what we are seeing here. So I think that, yeah, as I mentioned here, temperance is about going with the flow. You know, it's just about sort of going with the times and taking care of yourself, putting yourself first, sort of moving through things, and knowing that, you know, no matter how big the challenge can be, you can absolutely get through it. I think that's one of the biggest things that I truly can tell you, is that you can get through this, you can move through this, absolutely. You know, there isn't this sort of sense of you being stuck in a, you know, specific situation forever. Like, there is going to be change, but I also see as well that you will really move towards the things that you want, the more you also accept where you are right now, and also take power for your own situation without, you know, feeling like you have to have it a certain way. So temperance is a beautiful energy here, where more progression, more happiness, and more fulfillment can come through, which I think is actually really important as well. So yeah, I think that of course is Yeah, very, very vital. So I think that that again is just super, super significant. So ultimately, what I will say to you, group number 4, is that October is a month of healing, okay? Especially with temperance, it's about going with the flow. It is about having acceptance towards things that maybe you weren't having so much acceptance towards. And it's also about doing what is best for you. Okay, this will give you more power. It will give you more opportunities. Okay, for many of you, also with the Six of Pentacles, you can find that you're gaining more opportunities, you're gaining more balance, you're gaining more respect from people around you. Why? Because that's probably what you're giving to yourself more of as well throughout this entire month. It's okay to, celebrate other people's victories as well as if they're your own. Like, that's a really beautiful energy into the universe as well. I know that many of you are super kind and caring, and so, I know that that's an energy that you would carry forward as well. So, this is really what we see here. And so these cards, of course, very important as well. So this is your reading with me, group number 4. Of course, if this resonated with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, reading giveaway, and of course intention items, which are of course on my website as well. Thousands of people have seen results with these items, and definitely do check out check out everything else as well if you're interested. Take care.